All right, now rise and shine. Fallout 76. Bostonian plays video games. Here we go. I'm on low screen. I'm going to make another video this afternoon. Andrew Yang, I thought, did a great job at the debates last night. So, really was able to, bring some other concepts to the table that a lot of the other, nominees are not talking about. And really, there's not a lot of strong candidates. There are a couple people who I thought really, came to the table a bit better than they had been. We'll go over that a bit later. But today or this morning, I just wanted to talk about something that I just kind of crept into my mind on a morning walk. And I also want to see if I can kind of find a new area here in Fallout 76. Now, just to let you know, I am playing Fallout New Vegas, and that game is very dark. That game is very dark, and it kind of got me thinking about, what I wanted to talk about as far as, post-apocalypse, or really just reality changing abruptly and what that means. So, okay, that should be good enough for us. Something free in the atomic shop. Let's go. And how, quickly reality can change. So, in that game, it goes over humanity in a very dark way. And there's a sense of humor to it, but it really is exploring what humanity is and what it would do in this type of situation, which is a post-apocalyptic situation. Now, it doesn't even have to be that dire as far as a reality change. It's not like, and again, I mean, we are looking at climate change as a number one doomsday issue. But we can't forget nuclear weapons. And I don't think a lot of people are forgetting about nuclear weapons, but it's not at the forefront anymore. And, just, I don't know, 60 years ago, 70 years ago, I mean, they were training kids, in schools and, what to do in the event that a bomb hit. And, to crawl under the desk, or, there were a bunch of, and you can still see them today. They have been pretty much, either taken down or other buildings have been built where they once stood. But, in front of or on the side of older buildings today, you can see the Fallout shelter sign. So I don't want to make everybody dizzy here. So, and that's a reality that's not as far back as, our immediate experience would have us believe. And I think, the reason for that is this constant news cycle, and, short-term memory is almost non-existent at this point. So, but I just wanted to kind of go over what's in public discourse right now. What are we talking about? I don't want to go over the ideas, what we're talking about, because, as Noam Chomsky points out, and I agree with him, is that anything that's put into the public sphere, anything that's forced into the conversation, and he calls it the arena, are mostly kind of, mid-level. I mean, if you were grading these ideas in school, they'd be a C or a C plus. These are not ideas that are, above average. And, they kind of and that's what the news cycle kind of regurgitates as far as it's kind of these stagnant, unevolved ideas that trigger both sides, create this kind of frustrated, angry conversation, and we're not really getting anywhere as far as what the truth is. So, oh man, this guy's a 62. Maybe I should this guy's gonna come get me, huh? I don't think I can survive a 62 right now. Maybe I'll just let him be. He's out for a walk just like I was this morning. Okay, well, he's running off to some... Oh, shit. Kind of ran off to nowhere, huh? Let's see, Actually, I can get to it like this. So, anyway... Oh, I forgot this was broken. Can't equip it, okay. So let's just say this. Let's just say, in 1940, people were going about their lives however they were going about them. And in 1941, reality shifted to insult bot. What does that mean?
Target acquired.
Living their lives however they were, and then we were attacked, and we went to war. So anything that was deemed important and immediate to the individual before that probably became very much less important, because now the country had to get together collectively and fight a common enemy. Said nearby hillside isn't much. Supplies able to somewhat defend ourselves. If you're alone, hungry, and scared, you're welcome to join us. Alright, I'm going to take that because I like that. Skiing outfit, shotgun. Combat shotgun I don't need. Binoculars I wouldn't mind. So what do we find important today that if there was a catastrophic event, or if we were invaded by another country and all of a sudden, this other country was taking us prisoner, or forcing us into camps or whatever, how would our values change immediately? And to me, that's kind of where the truth springs from. That's kind of the source of it, where it's kind of the individual is kind of stripped naked as far as what they believe, and are forced to value other things. So in a post-apocalyptic world like this one, well, what would your values be? Would it be what's on your Twitter feed? Would it be what's going on Facebook? Would it be an inspirational workout video to get you in the gym? Or, it would probably be a lot more serious than that. So, so to me, those situations, or even thinking about how quickly a reality can change. Right now, I think we're kind of living in, Hemingway's The Sun Also Rises, which, is about boredom, and it's about keeping yourself entertained, and it's about being concerned with, kind of petty things in the grand scheme of it all. They were chasing a particular woman, and the frustrations that came with that, and really what it was about is kind of a distraction from the void, kind of. So they were drinking all day. They were going to I always have to fucking do the alphabet every time I want to. All right, purified water. All right, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. All right, now I need another one too. All right, here we go. What the hell is down there? filling the void any way they could because, it wasn't wartime. It was, peacetime. But what peacetime becomes is then kind of conflict with other people and conflict with yourself. And that's kind of, what I get from The Sun Also Rises is, a generation that... and believe me, this is not like it's not wartime. This is wartime. I mean, it's just, it's more hidden, not in your face, because it's not making any money, at least for the news. All right, come on now, fellas. Take it easy, would you? All right. Ugh, man, I should have done something with my health there. All right, Last Death, RNG. We'll just go there. Oh, what's this other place now? Site Charlie? No, that's all right. And then, so those were the people that were post-World War One, and before, obviously, World War Two, and what they were concerned with, and how they were going about things, and their insecurities and their shame, and the games that they play with each other, and most of which, again, were games that were strictly there to divert attention from the void, I think. So again, right now, like what are our values? I know that we're highly politicized right now, but why is that? Obviously Trump's presidency, but it seems a little. Again, I mean, a lot of these protests, I mean, we announce where we're going to be protesting, and, the local police force, no matter what city or town, can then design, where am I now? We can hold up signs and all that shit, and but it's highly controlled, and not by the protesters, so... What's coming at me here? Oh shit, is this another beast? For fuck's sake, man, I can't get rid of these motherfuckers. This is definitely the area not to be in. Some touching base here. Man. Okay, how big is this fall gonna be? Alright, let's get into some, oh good. This fucking guy's here. Help. Come on now. Duct tape. I need some adhesive, actually. I don't know if that qualifies, but now I'm hungry. Now I'm starving. Okay, great. So, I mean, yet again, this is taking me out of what... Oh, boy. So, obviously, that's not a great place to duck down. Yeah, so we've been highly politicized, and again, kind of in an interesting way that doesn't really reflect what Martin Luther King was doing. As far as, how he was organizing marches. I mean, he was going to march, he's going to fucking march, period. And, the cops would know and try and do something about it, but it wasn't as planned out on their side as it is today. And so I do find that interesting. And yet again, what are we concerned about that might not be that important if we were faced with, I know that if we were faced with something that was very serious as far as, even what is going on with climate change. Let's say, Los Angeles becomes Arizona Bay. How are we going to react? And I think, for me, I think that the first step in all of this is, to try and tell the truth to each other, because, we are all human beings, and we have similar experiences, and I don't mean like economic experiences or, you know, anything like that. I just mean that as a human being, I mean, there's a reason why, you know, Shakespeare is, for the most part, highly representative of the human experience for everyone. So, you know, what is our truth, and you know, how can we communicate that to each other? So that's it from the wasteland. Let me know what you think. All right, thank you.